What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Crossfighting Commentary, brought to you by Cross Platforms. Today is MILF Monday, episode 4. So, let's get to it. It's going to actually be a pretty quick episode today. I'm starting to feel kind of crappy, and I have a lot of videos that I need to edit for Crossflix this week, leading up to Doctor Strange. So, if you want to hear or see some of those videos that I have, head on over to Crossflix or my Cross Platforms page where I kind of upload everything. The link is in the description. So what I'm going to do in this episode is kind of like what I did a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go through, compare and contrast my predictions and the actual results. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually recommend a couple fights because there's some really good fights this weekend. So I'll highlight some recommended ones if you guys want to go back through and watch them if you haven't watched it already. So this first fight of the night, Tatsuro Taira and Carlos Candelario, it was actually canceled. So we're not going to talk about that one because there was no result. First fight of the night now was Gina Manzani and Shayna Young. I had Shayna Young winning, and she did. After that was Natan. I found out I kept saying Nathan or Nathan, but it's Natan. Natan Levy and Mike Breeden. I had Mike Breeden winning, and Natan Levy won. It was actually a really good fight. After that, we had Gabe Green and Johan Leones. This is one I was going back and forth between the undefeated guy winning and or losing, and every time I went for them, they lost. I thought this time that I went against him, he would have won, so I went back on it, voted for him to win, and guess what happened? He lost. So Gabe Green won that one, and Leones got his first loss. It happens. After that, in the co-main event for the prelims, we had Daniel Lacerda and Francisco Figueiredo. I had Figueiredo winning, and he won in spectacular fashion. After that, as the main event for the prelim card, it was Alexander Romanov and Chase Sherman. Again, they were supposed to fight last week, and it got canceled, so they ended up fighting this week. I had Alexander Romanov winning, and he won. So that was good for him. He's still undefeated. He's now at 16-0. Starting us off on the main card, we had Krzysztof Jotko and Gerald Meerschaert. I still don't know how to say his last name. I thought I had Gerald winning, and Jotko actually won. Krzysztof Jotko won, so that was good for him. Next up was Darren Elkins and Tristan Connolly. I lost that one again. I had Connolly winning, and Darren Elkins won, so I'm not starting off too well for the main card here. And after that was Jared Gordon and Grant Dawson. I had Jared Gordon winning, and guess what? Grant Dawson won. So when it comes to this main card, I am 0 for 6 so far. Going into our final 3 fights of the night, we had Andre Fili and Joe Anderson Brito, and I had Andre Fili winning, and he lost. Brito won. So still 0 for 6. And the co-main event, it was Andrei Arlovsky and Jake Collier. I had Andrei Arlovsky winning, and he won by decision, so good for him. I finally got one for the main card. And for a main event, we had Rob Font versus Marlon Chito Vera. I had Chito Vera winning, and he won. So 2 for 6 in the main card. Not very good, but what can you do? So since I'm not rewatching any fights, I want to go ahead and recommend some fights that were on this card because it was a really good fight card. Honestly, for being free fights, it was awesome. So, and most of these fights I'm going to be recommending. So to start us off, I'd say watch Nathan Levy. Or Nathan. What did I just say it a minute ago? I forget. Either way, watch Levy and Breeden. It was a really good fight. Pretty back and forth. I had a lot of fun with that one. Same thing with Gabe Green and Leones. This was one of those ones where I thought any one of them could have taken it at any time. You didn't know who was going to win that fight until it got finished, and it was a really fun fight overall. Next one I'm going to recommend is De Silva and Figueiredo. It's a really quick fight, but just Figueiredo was just a beast in that fight. He just went in there and did his thing. So it ends in the first few minutes. You don't even need to watch it that long. After that, I'm going to recommend the main event of Rob Font and Chito Vera. It did go all 5 rounds, but Rob Font pieced him up in the first one, and then just every single round, Chito just got better and better and better. It was really crazy to watch. And 3 out of 5 rounds, Chito could have knocked him out and just finished the fight, and I don't know why he did, or I don't know why he didn't, but it's kind of cool to watch, but also at the same time frustrating. But anyways, those are the 4 fights that I'm going to recommend that like are must watches. You could actually even put Shayna Young's fight in there as well if you wanted to. It was a really good fight. I think it ended in round 3, maybe, I forget. But that one was a fun fight as well. And one last thing for me, like I said a little bit ago, I'm feeling a little crappy today, and I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow, but tomorrow is going to be the premiere of Ultimate Fighter Season 30, and I was thinking about maybe doing like a Twitch live stream, watching it. I'll post a link to that if I do it. If not, then I'll do it next week when I'm feeling better. But it is something that I'm going to want to be doing every Tuesday night now, at least while the Ultimate Fighter is on, and just come in, chat, talk about fights, talk about the episode, and just have some fun. So we're going to call it Tough Tuesday. With all that being said, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the pre-fight predictions for UFC 274. And then Monday will be MILF Monday, Episode 5. See you guys in the next video.